Hello. Got a couple questions from fellow classmates, and they're good ones, and I want to share with you and also touch base on the final plan and what's ahead. All right, so here we go. My chosen group is interested in reading my final product and maybe even developing a social media policy. When I spoke with them, they asked, is it okay if I share it with them? The answer is yes, and this is not just okay, it should be preferred and desirable. Some of you have already communicated enough with your group and you've offered and they're expecting and looking forward to it. So yes, take your learning outside the classroom, share this with your group, and let them improve from your recommendations. Question number 2, Professor Talon, just want to double check. Are my do's and don'ts supposed to be specific for my chosen organization for this week's assignment? The answer is yes. The do's and don'ts are not general, they're not sort of guidelines for social media writ large, they are for your specific organization, and this is why having those in your plan is so valuable to them. And look at the example again as a guideline. It's, very simple, color-coded do's and don'ts, one page for each, bullet points, right? This is not a long treatise. They're just simple. Keep it simple. All right, so yes, specific for your organization, the do's and don'ts. Now moving to the final PR plan. Question, I am wrapping up this week's assignment and thinking ahead to the final plan, the final version. Do you have any guidelines for the executive summary? I read the example, but want to be as clear as possible. So I'm glad this question was asked because the example, the executive summary is a bit much. That student was an overachiever times 2. You really only need 1 page for an executive summary, okay? Now one key thing that's part of this class and ahead is the Arial font for ease of reading. So remember, Arial font on your final plan and turning that in. Also, the instructions for the final plan, they say, but just as a friendly PSA reminder, it's not a traditional academic paper, so it should have images, examples, graphs, sections, titles, bullet points, and white space. This is what makes PR, and this class what it is in terms of showing and not just always talking about what you're going to do. All right? So take a look at the example paper that's there, and you can see especially halfway down in the end a lot of the visuals and white space and bullet points. And just last thought on this for now. I'm happy to answer more questions ahead, but you're using your prior assignments and you're incorporating them into this final version of your plan. You're tweaking and polishing, especially if you got feedback that you needed to add this item or you left out that item or you need to be more visual. So you are tweaking where needed from your prior items before putting them in. You write in the executive summary, and that's the final version. All right? Keep the questions coming. See you online soon, and hope you have a good weekend ahead. Bye.